Hello guys, welcome back to Techie Druid. Milan here. In this video, I'll show you how to play PC games on your Android phone using the latest version of GameHub Emulator. GameHub is a Windows emulator for Android that allows you to run many PC games directly on your phone. In the latest version, the user interface has changed a lot. Now you get a cleaner layout, better PC game support, Steam integration, Epic game support, updated emulator settings, improved touch controls, and even a new frame generation option in the latest update. So, in this video, I'll show you the full setup process, how to import PC games, how to adjust the best settings, and how to use the new performance options for smoother gameplay. Now, let's start the process. For this video, I'm using my OnePlus 10T phone. To check the hardware details, I'll use the device information app. Here, you can see my phone model, RAM, processor, GPU, and other details of my phone. The phone comes with a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor, so for this device, I'll use a Turnip GPU driver inside GameHub. If your phone has a different processor like MediaTek, Exynos, or any other chipset, then your settings and performance may be different. Now let's install GameHub. If you want to import your own PC game files, make sure you are using the latest GameHub version from its official website. The Play Store version may not provide all the important features. So, open the official GameHub website and download the latest version of GameHub Emulator. Once the APK file is downloaded, install it on your phone. After the installation is complete, open GameHub. When you open it for the first time, you need to log into your GameHub account. You can use your Google account to sign up or log in. Once you are signed in, GameHub may ask you to select an emoji or profile icon. Choose any icon you like and continue. After that, set a username for your GameHub profile. Save the changes. You can tap this icon to switch the UI to handheld mode. This will make GameHub work properly in landscape mode, which is better for gaming. In the latest version, the UI is different from the older version. Now you'll see different sections like PC games, Steam games, Epic games, and retro games. The PC game section is for importing and playing your own PC games. The Steam section allows you to bind or connect your Steam account and access supported Steam games. The Epic game section is for Epic game support. This is useful if you have games in your Epic Games account. And the retro game section is for older classic games. To import a PC game, GameHub needs the final installed game folder. So, if you have a game, first install that game in a specific folder on your Windows PC. After installation, open the folder where the game is installed. Inside that folder, you will find the main game application file along with all other required game files. Now, copy this full installed game folder from your PC to your phone storage. After copying the full installed game folder to your phone, you can import the game inside GameHub. To import a game, tap on Import. Your file manager will open. Now go to the folder where your PC game is stored. Inside the game folder, you need to select the main.exe file of the game. For example, if you are importing Tomb Raider, open the Tomb Raider game folder and select the main executable file. After selecting the .exe file, confirm it. Now GameHub will add the game to your library. If you have more PC games, you can repeat the same process. Just open the game folder, select the main.exe file and confirm it. Once the games are added, they'll appear in your GameHub library. Now, if you want to play Steam games, open the Steam games section. Here, you can bind or connect your Steam account. After connecting to Steam, supported games from your Steam library can be downloaded and played through GameHub. Similarly, if you want to use Epic games, go to the Epic Games section and connect your Epic Games account. Now let's move to the game settings. Go to your PC game library and select the game that you added. After selecting the game, tap on the settings option. Then tap on PC Engine. This is the first place where you need to apply the best settings for performance. First, go to graphics and look for resolution option. Resolution has a direct impact on performance. If you set higher resolution, the game will look better, but it will need more power. If your phone is not very powerful, the game may lag, stutter, or crash. So, if you have a mid-range or low-end phone, you can try 960x544 or 800x600 for better performance. If you have a powerful phone with a Snapdragon processor and good RAM, you can try 1280x720. Now scroll down and find the GPU driver option. This is very important. If your phone has a Snapdragon processor, select the latest Turnip GPU driver. For my OnePlus 10T phone, I'll choose the Turnip version 26.1.0 R6 because it's a newer stable Turnip version and should work well with my Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. In the latest version of GameHub, you may see updated Turnip drivers like Turnip version 26.2.0 or newer. If your phone has a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 or any newer Snapdragon processor, choose the latest compatible Turnip driver available in GameHub. But if your phone has MediaTek, Dimensity, Exynos, Mali or any non-Snapdragon processor, then use the system driver. Snapdragon phones usually perform better in PC game emulation because they have better driver support. MediaTek and Exynos phones may still run some games, but heavy games may not perform as well. Now, find the DXVK version option. DXVK helps DirectX games run through Vulkan, so this setting is very important for performance and compatibility. For most games, you can start with DXVK 2.3.1 Async or the DXVK 2.3.1 ARM64 version. If the game does not open, crashes, or shows graphic issues, try newer versions like the DXVK 2.6.2 Async or 2.7.1 Async. But remember, there is no single DXVK version that works best for every game. Some games work better with newer DXVK versions, and some older games work better with the older DXVK versions. So, if your game does not open or has graphic issues, try changing the DXVK version. For very old games, you can also try DXVK 1.10.3 Async. Now look for the compatibility layer option. In older versions, many users use Proton 10 ARM64 v2, but in the latest GameHub 6 version, you may see a newer option like Proton 11 ARM64. If Proton 11 ARM64 is available, select the latest Proton version because it can improve performance and compatibility in many games. If a game does not work properly with the latest Proton version, then you can try an older Proton version. But for most games, start with the latest Proton version first. Now look for the translation parameters option. Here, you may see options like game presets, compatible, stable, performance and extreme. The game presets tab contains GameHub's own preset settings, so you can use it if a preset is available for your game. But if your game is not opening, try compatible. If your game opens but crashes or stutters, try stable. For normal gameplay, use performance. If you have a powerful phone and want maximum FPS, you can try extreme. But remember, extreme mode can sometimes cause crashing, overheating or unstable gameplay. So, if your game crashes after selecting extreme, change it back to performance or stable. Now look for the CPU translator option. The CPU translator is important because PC games are made for x86 processors, but your Android phone uses an ARM processor. So, the CPU translator helps GameHub run Windows games on Android. Here, always select the latest available CPU translator. Now, for the remaining advanced options, you can leave them on default unless you know exactly what you are changing. Now let's talk about components. Some games need extra Windows component to run properly. For example, if your game shows a C++ error, install VC Redis 2022. If your game requires Vulkan files, install Vulkan Runtime. Some games may need additional components, so if a game shows an error, check the error message and install the required component. Now let's set up the touch controls. In the latest GameHub version, the on-screen touch controls have also improved. open the Buttons and Layout option. Here, you can select an existing touch control profile. For example, if you are playing GTA 5, you may need a GTA 5 touch control layout. This type of layout already includes important buttons like movement, camera control, accelerator, brake, left, right, and action buttons. You can also customize the layout manually. You can move buttons, resize them, change transparency, and place them according to your comfort. If you already have a control layout file, you can also import it and use it inside GameHub. Once everything is ready, go back and launch the game. The first launch may take some time because GameHub may install or update required files like firmware, VKD3D, drivers, and other system files. So, wait until the process is complete. After that, the game should start. If you don't have a game controller, you can enable the on-screen controller from the settings. To enable it, press the back button once the game starts. From the controller tab, enable the virtual button options.
Get down there! Alright, everybody pays attention, no one gets hurt! Go! Open the door! They'll get worse than hurt! Hey! Come on! Finally! Let's go! Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
In the latest GameHub 6 update, a new frame generation feature has been added. Frame generation can make the gameplay look smoother by generating extra frames. For example, if a game is running around 30 FPS, frame generation can make it feel closer to 60 FPS or even higher in some cases. To use this option, go to the performance settings. Here, first disable frame limit. After that, look for the frame generation option. You may see options like balanced and max. First, test the game without frame generation. Check how much FPS you are getting normally. After that, enable frame generation and set it to balanced. Now check the FPS and gameplay smoothness. If you want to test more, change it to max and check the performance again. But remember, frame generation does not magically increase the real power of your phone. It creates extra frame to make the game look smoother. In some cases, it works well. In some games, it may cause unstable FPS, input delay, or visual issues. So, test both balanced and max and use the one that feels better in actual gameplay. But if the game feels delayed, unstable, or glitchy, turn off frame generation. Also, this feature will work better on powerful phones. Phones with newer Snapdragon processors will usually get better results. On older or weaker phones, frame generation may not work as smoothly. So, this is how you can set up the latest GameHub emulator and play PC games on your Android phone. If this video helped you, then like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more useful Android, Windows, and gaming tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.